Hello, everyone. This is my interview with my dad, Avon Wharton. So, Avon, tell us a little bit about how you got into working on cars, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
I went to through Pathways when I was younger for half of the year, and then I went to work with my uncle hauling scrap metal. Then I started working on cars with him. Then as I got older, I started working on my own cars. Then I got a job at a garage working on cars.
Well, that answered my next question. My next question, though, how did your family feel about you working, I would assume, long hours, and did it affect your relationship with your family members at all?
It didn't. Well, it kind of affected a little bit because I didn't get to spend much time with my son because I was working 3 jobs.
So what are some of the most interesting or unusual cars that you worked on, or you have seen?
I've worked on tow trucks. I've worked on police cars, not actually a police car, but a car that belonged to a police officer. I've worked on that before.
Have you ever had to deal with difficult customers? If so, how did you deal with them?
In a calm way.
How do you tell if a mechanic is trying to scam you or rip you off if you're someone who doesn't know anything about cars?
Get a second opinion.
Was being a mechanic always your dream job?
Yeah.
Did you ever think you would make it as far as you did as a mechanic, and do you think you can make it further after you figure out your health problems?
Yeah.
What would be your goal this time? Like, would you change? Like, would you have a goal this time?
Working for like a Chevy dealer.
And how would you change things around this time? Have you learned anything new that, like, maybe you didn't learn when you were a first mechanic?
No.
And in your opinion, what is the one misconception that many have about mechanics?
Being honest to the customer. Try to help them save money too.
And now, how would you adapt if you went back into this generation of cars? Like, how do you think you would adapt with this generation of cars? Because there's so much different cars.
The cars that I worked on wasn't computerized.
So do you think that would be a problem for you?
Yeah, and you got these electric cars now, and I wouldn't know a clue about these.
Is that something, though, that you think you could learn? Or do you think it would be hard for you to learn how to take care of that?
The era I grew up working on cars is different from this era now.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got for questions for you, Avon. Thank you for doing this interview with me.
Yeah.